Welcome to today's video, where our protagonist faces a crisis in 10 minutes, and his last words are: "A joke between brothers took a dark turn, causing Hesai to lose his smile and spark a murderous intent as he returned home. Grabbing the family spear, Hesai found his best but wielding a machete, tension thick in the air, and then boom. Strong Hesai ended up taking out his old buddy all because of his forbidden love. He fell for his cousin Ursula. Outwardly, they pretended not to care, but privately, they saw it as a disaster. They warned of curses, yet they loved, with Ursula always carrying needle and thread. But after Hesai did the unthinkable, Ursula finally saw his commitment. She chose to risk mutant babies for a life with Hesai, starting that day. However, the ghost of that good buddy wouldn't let them be. He was always clutching his neck like, "Stop right there." Hesai picked up the spear again, but hesitated to throw it. Who can kill a ghost anyway? So he set off with pregnant Ursula and a band of eager young adventurers on a tough yet hopeful quest for a better life. In a steamy jungle, Hesai paused because his partners were flat out exhausted. But in a daze from hunger, he drifted into a magical dream where one name echoed Macondo. Hesai sensed that the brand new town would rise here, the very place they'd been dreaming of. He confidently declared they would build a paradise called Macondo, where everyone could live freely, and just like that, Macondo was born. Hesai welcomed his first son, Orellano, who thankfully didn't sprout a pigtail like the curse predicted. Instead, he inherited his dad's boundless energy, living a simple, satisfying life until a band of gypsies showed. These wandering gypsies brought mysterious alchemy and a magnet that made all the iron in town dance. Hesai was blown away and became obsessed with alchemy, striking up a friendship with the gypsy milkmaids. They spent their days lost in science, while Ursula's belly grew bigger, eventually giving them their second son one day. Thankfully, his kid also skipped the pigtail and was named Orellano, a big relief for Ursula. He grew up with his brother Hesai, but despite his prophecy, wasn't as strong. Hesai inherited dad's energy. Hesai had heartthrob charm and a tall frame. Ursula's heart raced when she accidentally saw him naked. But in shame, she could only vent to her bestie at midnight, while Pella chuckled at the ridiculousness. Pella saw it as normal, but Ursula feared a curse. As a fortune teller, Pella decided to divine the future. But upon meeting little Hesai, she couldn't help but feel a wave of desire and subtly beckoned him over. Little Hesai felt a jolt of electricity from Pella, a pull like he had never experienced before. It kept him up at night, sneaking into Pella's place, and she seemed to know he would show up all along. She gave little Hesai his first time, and they hooked up night after night until Ursula gave birth to their third child. Little Hesai found out he was a father because Pella was pregnant, and he was utterly lost in the throes of passion. He never imagined being a dad, and ended up disappearing into the night of Macondo with a beautiful gypsy girl. A few months later, Pella delivered a baby little Hesai son named Orellano. Ursula accepted this grandson, but cut off ties with Pella completely. Years later, an orphan named Rebecca arrived at Hesai and Ursula's door. She was Hesai's cousin's child. Ursula, kind-hearted, generously took her in with Amaranth. But when Amaranth opened Rebecca's bag, she found bones inside. Talk about creepy. This girl was odd. Not only did she refuse Ursula's food, but she also loved to munch on dirt. To change her nasty habit, Ursula forced her to eat a spoonful of soup, and Rebecca responded with a loud burp. The noise startled the whole family, and from that moment, Rebecca fit right in and became Ursula's second daughter. Excited about Ursula's candy business, Rebecca eagerly sold treats everywhere, but guess what? She brought a plague to Macondo. This plague caused eternal insomnia. At first, the Jose family couldn't sleep, and soon the whole Macondo was wide awake. Their lives were extended, but they struggled between boundless energy and slowly losing their memories. First, they forgot the names of objects, relying on written words to communicate. Soon, they even forgot their relationships. Some wives didn't recognize their husbands anymore. Jose, in a hurry, sought his wife for a plan, but found everyone forgetting the past dissolving into air. Just when Macondo was on the brink of vanishing, Milkways, the gypsy, returned with a magical potion. It would send everyone into a deep sleep, but when they woke up, they'd rediscover themselves. After Jose became Old Jose, he and Milkways became true pals. Milkways brought a camera that claimed to capture time, taking a family photo of Old Jose's family. But Ursula turned her nose up at that. All she cared about were the candy shop and her family's bellies.